Well, what do we have here? It's high noon, Saturday. So you know what that is. You know what that means. The Crescent City Connection. Here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Still, your home for Louisiana sports. Ladies and gentlemen, today we'll be talking about LSU spring football. We'll be talking about the bat swinging, the stick ball, if you will. Tulane quarterback competition? Really? Really? Nah, can't be. Pelicans future. Diddly-doo. And something happened with the Saints, but I can't seem to remember what something with a quarterback thing. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. We'll get it all together. He is I him. I am T5. You, my friends, for the Crescent City Connection. Together here Saturday. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk some sports. All things Louisiana sports. On IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. Yes, sir.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clinking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the Crescent City Connection, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to be back. IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Your home for all things Louisiana sports. Unlike the mainstream media, we talk about all things Louisiana sports. What's important to you? And, of course, helping make the show grow, please leave some comments below, ladies and gentlemen. If you're finding us here on the YouTube comment section, place your comments. If there's one thing I know about Louisiana and New Orleans fans, we're very opinionated. I see my friends on the timeline on social media. Don't be shy now. Go ahead on and drop your comments. Yeah, speak your mind. Whether it's on a LSU, Tulane, the Saints, the Pels, or the show in general. Go ahead on and drop your comments. This is a free space. This is a safe space for us to talk about all things Louisiana sports. Not just forget about the other cats. They got their own time. The North, the West, out West Coast, they got their own time. Because we're talking about Louisiana stuffs here. And of course, giving a shout out to our lovely, illustrious sponsors, Planet Jerky, premium brisket beef jerky. The jerky is on a whole nother level, a whole nother planet. It's not just, we're just not saying just because I actually eat the stuff, and it's great. As a matter of fact, I need to get my order in now so I can get my teriyaki fix in. Great stuff. It's delicious. And of course, Vital Apparel for your iron, fitness, therapy, your iron therapy, as they say, but also supporting your mental therapy, men's mental therapy. That's very important, and we support that, and you should too. So go check them out. Why don't you? And of course, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by our very own Miss Cecilia B. Shout out to her for when you want to add a little mwah, a little something to your greetings, to you're inviting people to your quinceañera, to your birthday party, or your graduation, or what have you, your wedding. A little, you want to add a little something when you want to be super bougie for a change. Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Make that happen. And of course, I'd be remiss to say iesportsradio.com, where you can find the bios and the times of my show, Crescent City Connection, my side project, the IE Wrestling Show with my homie SoCal Saint, high noon on Thursday, now on Thursdays. But if you went to iesportsradio.com, you know that. And of course, shows like the Fast Break, the Yinza Report, SoCal Supreme, Set Point, hosted by the homie Taryn Rodriguez, who's in the chat right now. Shout out to you, Mr. Rodriguez, always a supporter of the show. And shows like The Land, hosted by the number one producer on IE Sports Radio, Miss Jin B. So check those out. And of course, we have merch. iesportsradio.com/merch or shop, one of them. We have t-shirts, hoodies, wristbands, headbands. And I need to get my hat. I keep forgetting I need to get my hat so I can rep. I'm a hat person. I need to get my hat. We have, because for a while they were sold out. So you need to go check that out. I need to go check that out so I can get my hat and I can rep and step like I want to. And you could be the flyest person in the gym or in the car ride line, repping IE Sports Radio, make conversation like, what's IE Sports Radio? And you can tell them, well, that's what my favorite show, the Crescent City Connection, is. And bam, you got yourself a new friend, and we got some new viewers. And of course, you can find this show where you can get all your lovely podcasts on the YouTube, where we're at live, Twitter X, because it's still a thing, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, the whole shebang. Wherever you get your lovely podcasts, you can find me and my cohorts on the IE Sports Radio Network. That being said, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to be a professional now. I'm trying to get my, prepare my show, and we're going to talk about this, and this. So I was ready to talk about the Saints and quarterback search and them going around checking off all the boxes with in regards to the draft. All these incoming quarterbacks, check. This quarterback, this dude, going to this pro day, bringing in this person for the top 30 visit, bringing this person for a top 30 visit. And I had everything formatted and set just like I wanted. And in perfect Saints fashion, they go ahead and throw a last-minute curveball at you. Friday afternoon, I'm sitting there having lunch with my pops, and next thing you know, phone notification. Derek Carr, according to Ian Rappaport of NFL Network, Saints quarterback Derek Carr has suffered a significant shoulder injury and may require surgery that could take him out for most of the season or perhaps the whole season. Career in jeopardy. And I was like, what? Is you serious? So, I mean, dang, that was like a quick, one to the chin, and you got snook and didn't see that one coming. Well, let's just start off right here. First of all, whether you like him or not, thoughts and prayers to Derek Carr and speedy recovery. Derek Carr is a very polarizing character in the New Orleans Saints lore. Either you're a Derek Carr supporter or you're a Derek Carr hater or you're somewhere in between. At first, I was super pro Derek Carr, like give him a chance under this new regime, blah, 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 all that stuff. And a lot of my friends were like, man, poop Derek Carr. Derek Carr kick rocks. He ain't did it. And then the third, and I was like, whoa, man, time out, flag on the play. And I would make, not even gonna lie, I would make excuses for the dude and stuff like that. A lot of people were like, if there's one thing we know about Louisiana fans, they're very knowledgeable, but they're also very emotional. So a lot of people were like, man, he don't be out here in them streets. We don't ever see him. He don't be doing this. He ain't in the community, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, I don't care if this dude out here handing out turkeys or not at Thanksgiving. I want this dude to win championships. So, you have that discourse. But then you have the off season. We finally get ourselves a coach, and he seems like he's setting all his dominoes up. But where's Derek Carr? He's moved back to Fresno with his family. I'm like, okay, it's a personal decision. To each his own, whatever. We've seen all these new players, all these other players. When Kellen Moore first got introduced as the coach, just about a who's who of New Orleans players were there. Not Derek Carr. Okay, whatever, cool, whatever. Then he, later on, he goes and restructures his contract after saying he wouldn't restructure it. I was like, okay, that's cool. We got money. Now we can go, do what we got to do in free agency. Great. But then this happens. And of course, we know Derek Carr wasn't the long-term solution, 2 years, maybe 2 more years, maybe, but he wasn't the long-term solution. So of course, you keep throwing darts at the wall, hoping to strike a quarterback in the draft. We still have hope for Spencer Rattler. Last year he was a rookie. Excuses or not, he played behind a really hurt, beat up offensive line. And some of our skilled players were also injured too. So you'd like to see what he looks like with a healthy line and offense. Well, looks like you might get your chance because Derek Carr's out. So, man, Spencer Rattler, you're next man up. And that kind of explains, now you look at it, kind of explains why the Saints, Kellen Moore and the scouting department have been out and about, like turning over every rock when it comes to these quarterback, draft prospects. They went to Ole Miss to Jackson Dart's pro day, took that man out to dinner, went out and hung out with him. They went to Syracuse, checked out that quarterback. They even went to Cam Ward. They even went to Miami and checked out Cam Ward, knowing good and well they better not move up to number one with Tennessee. Don't let Tennessee off the hook. They basically went and turned over. They went Quentin Ewers. They went to Texas, his pro day. They went and wined and dined him the night before, and then hung out with him and checked out his pro day. They went, saw everybody. And you're like, wow, okay, cool. He's doing his due diligence. One place Kellen Moore didn't go was Colorado to Shadir Sanders' pro day. We sent some people, but he didn't go. So that's, I don't know what to make of that. It's kind of weird. I don't know what to make of that. But let's consult the notes. Because like I said, at first I was going to talk about like the Saints. I had this titled Saints QB Watch 2025. Are the Saints drafting a QB? Well, I guess I answered my own question because the 9 out of 10, they probably are. Derek Carr situation. Yeah, it seemed like we had like a busted situation, a busted relationship there. Like, it's like almost like he wanted out. At first, he has like a no trade clause. And it's like he wanted out almost without saying he wanted out. He's distanced himself. Like, you know how couples say, like, we don't even talk anymore. We don't even know what we argue about. Like that. Like they distance apart for no reason. The Saints started actively working out quarterbacks. Yeah, they worked out everybody, dude. They worked out. Like I said, all them quarterbacks I named. And even Mel Kiper, the count, had us drafting in the infamous mock draft 3.0 that everybody started talking about, had us getting Jackson Dart at number 9. And everybody was like, Mel Kiper, you goof, you goon. We ain't drafting no Jackson Dart at number 9. Like he was tipped off like he knew something. Did he know something? Because apparently the Saints knew about the shoulder injury. We don't know when it happened exactly. We just know that they were privy to the shoulder injury. So that explains why they were out here look-a-hooing at all their quarterback options in the draft. So if I'm Spencer Rattler, I'm like that meme of the dude in the yellow shirt, the brother in the yellow jacket, hiding behind a tree, licking his lips, and that's me, bro. Because I'm going into this offseason ready to sling it. I'm about to win me this job. You can get Derek Carr out of here because I'm about to win this job, bro. 100%. So, man, there's still the June 1st designation. We can cut the sucker. June 1st and eat that dead cap next year, but we'll be all right because the cap going up anyway, so we'll be straight. But yeah, it seems like the Derek Carr era may be coming to an end. And not gonna lie, I gave him the benefit of a doubt. I was pretty optimistic, hoping that he could do some things, especially when we had the Clint Kubiak offense, where all them dang injuries pretty much derailed that. And then he kept getting injured his dang self. So a lot of people started calling, hey, put Rattler in there, man. It's Rattler season, baby. It's Rattler season. Let's go. And I was one of them. I wanted to see what the homie could do. But now I want to see what the homie could do with a healthy offense. And it looks like we'll be getting that chance. But now we have the draft situation. At first, the number 9 pick was like, oh, man, we can get Ashton Genty, the running back from Boise, or we can get Tedder McMillan, the wide receiver from Arizona, or, man, we can go get Tyler Warren, the tight end from Penn State, or we can get an offensive lineman, And next thing you know, the quarterback started getting mentioned because the Raiders, They went and signed Geno Smith. Not only did they sign Geno Smith, but then they gave him an extension. The Jets, they went and got Justin Fields. Giants, they signed, not only did they sign Russell Wilson, they also signed our homie, Mr. Krabby Legs, who we all know, Jameis Winston. So the only teams that were out of quarterback are the Cleveland Browns, and technically they have a quarterback, technically, but it's not one you want to try, not one they trust. Put it that way. And of course, Tennessee, who's trying to tell everybody we're not drafting a quarterback, we're willing to give up this number one spot. Come on, man. Yo, who wants his number one pick? Who wants his number one pick? They don't want that number one pick. But ain't nobody willing to give up their house, their farm, their cows, and all that other land just to move up to number one to get them off the hook. Whatever. Sucks for y'all. Y'all better draft Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, or whoever the heck, and get out of my face. But therein lies the thing. If all those teams pass on Shedeur, he's going to land right in front of us. And like I brought up on the homie Ralph's show, the Yinzer report yesterday, what if the Steelers, who are also in need of a quarterback, because they tired of waiting for Aaron Rodgers, what if they decide to trade up with somebody like maybe the Carolina Panthers, who are right in front of us in the draft order, and go get Shedeur Sanders if he happens to fall, which I believe he will? Then the Saints could pivot, go and draft whoever they was going to draft anyway, whether it be Ty Warren. I think Genty will be gone. I think the Raiders are going to draft Genty. He's probably will be gone. So no running back first round. Sorry for my homie AJ back home. Yeah, he likes Genty number one. I think he'll be gone, bro. I think he'll be gone. But Tedder McMillan, unless the Jets or the Giants or somebody wants to draft a receiver, he might be gone or he might be there. Ty Warren seems like it would be the play. But yeah, you go and draft who you're going to draft anyway. BPA, best player available, at number 9. Double back in the second round. Use some of those picks you have to move back into the end of the first, in front of those quarterback needy teams, and go and get your Jackson Dart. That way you have the player you were going to get, your best player available, and you got your quarterback who you were eye hustling from Jump Street anyway. But we shall see, because it is the Saints. And we really don't know how Kellen Moore operates, because this is his first go-around. So, man, who else? The Saints. Man, what do you think the Saints should do? If you're watching this on YouTube, leave it in the comments section. What do you think the Saints should do at number 9? What do you think they should do at the quarterback situation? Are you a Shedeur fan? Or are you a Jackson Dart fan? Or maybe Quinn Ewers or whoever else? What do you think the Saints should do? Leave it in the comments section and we will discuss. Let's see. The Saints also met with LSU guard Emory Jones at the local pro day. Jones is a versatile starting guard. He can play both guard spots and both tackle spots. Could he be a day 2 pick at a position of need? Not only is he an LSU guy, but he's versatile. He can play both guard spots, both tackle spots. I wouldn't be mad at that. I would not be mad at that. The Saints also met with safety, corner, hybrid, Latham Ransom at the Ohio State Pro Day. There's a need at safety and corner. Tyrann Matthews getting up in age. Paulson Adebo left for greener pastures or bluer pastures with the Giants. There's a spot to be had there. And tight end Gavin Bartholomew from Pitt, 6'5", 265. Saints tight end coach Chase Hazlitt took him to dinner, wine and dine, the day before the pro day. Every stop that Kellen Moore has had as offensive coordinator has been tight end heavy. So it would make sense for us to go draft a tight end. Excuse me. Whether it be Ty Warren in the first or maybe Mason Taylor, LSU tight end, all-purpose tight end. It may be the third round 3. His name's starting to move up draft boards, so wouldn't that be fun? The NFL has just announced the schedule for the New Orleans Saints' upcoming off-season workouts and mini camps for 2025 season. OTAs, if you will. The organized team activities will be held on May 20th through the 22nd and May 27th, May 29th, and the 30th. June 2nd and June 4th through 5th, with mandatory minicamp taking place June 10th through the 12th. Per the collective bargaining agreement, each club's official voluntary 9-week of off-season program is conducted in 3 phases. Phase 3 consists of the final 4 weeks of the program. Teams may conduct a total of 10 days of organized team practice activities, or the aforementioned OTAs. No live contact is permitted, but 7-on-7, 9-on-7, and 11-on-11 drills are permitted. It is unknown at this time if any minicamp practices will be open to fans, but the Saints head coach Kellen Moore said earlier during the owners' meetings that training camp would be held in Metairie this year. Last season, the Saints moved camp to Irvine, California, due to ongoing renovations to the practice facility. But now it'll be back in Metairie, as the unwashed, uncleaned out-of-towners like to call it, Metairie, because they can't pronounce it right. So it's coming back home, folks. So you get to see your Saints, and most likely the new quarterback, whoever it may be. Off-season was already interesting. Now it's getting super interesting. And we will continue to cover it here on the Crescent City Connection, because it's what I do. We talk sports. Derek Carr, I guess we're going to have a eulogy for Derek Carr. Everybody wear black. I'm already wearing black. Wear your black and gold, everybody. And I'll let you know when we'll schedule his memorial service. Because by all intents and purposes, it seems like Derek Carr is out of here. Very polarizing figure, like I said before, but man, it's kind of interesting and kind of exciting, and almost it's a very, very wide array of emotions. Because you're kind of down because it sounds like almost like a lost year. And I feel for the veterans on the team, like Cam Jordan and DeMario Davis and Honey Badger and them. They were trying to, they were like under Derek Carr, he gives us a chance to win now. But with him out, it seems almost like the rebuild, you're going to have to start the rebuild whether you like it or not now. Like that rebuild that should have started when Drew Brees retired, we're going to have to do it now whether you like it or not, bro. So, man, this offseason is going to be very interesting. I can't wait for the draft. The draft is my favorite thing in the offseason, to see all the chaos and to see the new Saints come in. So we'll keep you covered because it's what I do, homie. I'm not going to leave you like that because let's just face it. We have a lot of fans all over the place, like folks in Germany and Australia, all kinds of places. So those cats have to lean on what the national media says. And they don't really talk about the Saints. They don't really talk about none of our teams like talking about. So this show right here, the more you comment, the more you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, it gets them out into the algorithm and gets it out to those people that don't get to hear the New Orleans news, the Saints news, the Louisiana news. So thank you for all our supporters. But that's it for Saints news. But when we return, we're going to go talk a little college. We're going to head on over to Baton Rouge because they got a lot of things going on, man. Spring practice, spring scrimmage game, whatever coach wants to call it. And, of course, they're swinging the bats out there. The bats are still cling, cling, still swinging. And, of course, we're going to give our flowers to the LSU ladies. Didn't go the way they wanted an attorney, but we're going to talk about it. And, of course, Tulane quarterback controversy? Nah, not them. All that and more when we return to the Crescent City Connection on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Yes, sir.
Hey sports fans, are you in the market for Florida sports or just keeping up with the latest in the Panhandle? Palm Tree Sports is a dedicated audio hub to all things sports in the Sunshine State. We cover current events, big news, heavily favored opinions all across the NFL, NBA, MLB, and so much more. So come check us out every Saturday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a down south education on Florida sports and athletics. It's hosted by yours truly, Corey Pujols, and is powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Dentarius Locke.
And we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That gives you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Crescent City Connection, your new home for Louisiana sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Shout out to the homies, Corey Pujols and the Palm Tree not wrestling show. Trust me, I know words. He supports Florida. Let's put it that way. And we don't support Florida. Keep your Florida stuff in Florida. Nah, I'm just playing. Support Palm. I'm just joking. It's a rivalry thing. He supports the Buccaneers. I hope the Buccaneers kick rocks. But personally, support the show, Palm Tree Sports, Corey Pujols. Check out the show. And of course, D&D Hustle Factory, a.k.a. D-Lock and Mr. Davidson. Fast Break, where they talk basketball. They playing basketball. Usually we play that one a little bit later, but it's cool. It's whatever. They talk their basketball, talking the hoops on the Sunday nights. If you're a basketball fan, I know a lot of you are. The playoffs coming around. Check them out. Check out the homies. They're very knowledgeable. And of course, here we're talking a little college. I'm sorry, college. Heading all over the Baton Rouge. They got a lot of stuff going on in Baton Rouge. To start off with the spring football. They have the spring scrimmage that should be going on fairly soon. Forgot. Most notably, during practices, we had ourselves a bit of a return. And that is one defensive lineman, Jacobian Guillory, returning to practice after suffering a season-ending injury last year. After being seen off to the side for weeks in practice on a little workout bike, he is now a full go. And that is very sorely needed and sorely missed. He's like in his 6th year, I think. So he's like the veteran out there working with the young dudes. He's like the glue guy, man. So it's good to see the big homie back out there. And he's going to be a big piece of what Coach Kyle Williams is the new D-line coach is going to be out there trying to do. So that's going to be very interesting there. And of course, another thing I want to topic I want to touch on was DJ Chester. A lot of people thought going into this season he was going to be kicked in to maybe the guard spot, and one of the newer dudes we got out of the transfer portal was going to be taking over at center. But it seems like DJ Chester's holding his own out there at center. He's still out there at practice playing center, not playing guard, playing center. Even though a lot of the people around him, the pieces around him are rotating. They're rotating some of the new pieces and some of the – because it's like a whole new line just about. So he's still the mainstay out there at center. And he's holding his own. So a lot of people, coaches and himself has said that like the first year of going from one position to center, it takes a while for it to slow down for you, and you where you can just go and just start playing, because there's a lot of thought. Because at center, you gotta get the protections together, make sure everybody's lined up straight. You gotta snap the ball. You gotta figure out if the linebacker's blitzing or who you're blocking, and it's a lot of stuff. Whereas when you're at guard, I'm blocking this dude, or I'm pulling, or that, and that's all you gotta do. You go out and play. So it's a huge transition for a dude to play guard, primarily guard, and he's known for being better at guard than he is center. So you thought, oh, he should be probably going back to playing guard. Nope, he's still at center, and it seems like he's holding his own. He's finally starting to slow down for him to where he can just go out and play and block, and that's cool. So as long as he's comfortable, but at the same time we still have that contingency plan just in case. So it's good to have options. It's still early days before the spring game scrimmage and light years before the opening day against Clemson. So the Tigers will continue to play around with their depth and lineup formations. Plus, you have the spring portal, and we don't know who will enter the portal or leave the portal. If anything happens, I'll keep you posted. So we're going to go over from talking the foosball to talking the stick ball. We're going to talk the stick ball over there. Yeah, that coach Jay Johnson, I got them boys over there clinging the stick ball out there in the yard. Right now, LSU is like number 5. Last we talked, the Tigers, they won 17-8 to sweep the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Then Thursday, the Tigers won 8-6. Then Friday, they won 2-1. The Tigers started Saturday with an 8-run first inning. 8 runs in the first inning, ladies and gentlemen. The bats were a-clanging. The Tigers were up 11-4 in the 5th. That's how fire the bats were going at the box. Then we go on over to Tuesday, where the Tigers defeated La Tech at the box 12-3. Thursday, the Tigers went on the road to Norman, Oklahoma, that is, and took game 1 2-0 as Cade Anderson pitches a shutout. 9-inning complete game. 9 innings, ladies and gentlemen. 14 Ks. No runs. 5 hits. All killer. No filler. He only walked just 2 dudes. 135 pitches deep. The dude's a stud. I can say that. And the Tigers complete the sweep Saturday, winning 3-2. Cade Anderson earned SEC Pitcher of the Week recognition of his performance against the Sooners. Yeah, no kidding. But then the Tigers traveled to Thibodaux, Louisiana, to take on Nicholls State in a midweek meeting, beating the Colonels 5-3. The Tigers then hit the road to Plainsman Park to take on the number 9 Auburn Tigers, where they dropped game 1 8-2. And they'll be playing sometime today, like I think about 4 p.m. today, I believe. And they'll be playing tomorrow. So they have a chance to pick it up. We're starting to get in the teeth of it now, man. Auburn, number 9. Oh, man. So LSU was 10-2, had a 10-2 SEC record this season, and its best conference mark through 12 games since the 2013 team logged. The 2013 team logged an 11-1 league record. So this is like the the best record since. And now it's what? 10-3 now after yesterday's loss. But they have a chance to right that ship and get back in the win column today. And now I'll talk about the best coach Beth Torina and the Lady Tigers swinging the bats, bringing in their 13-4 record and their 6-3 SEC record. Number three in the nation, number one in your heart. The Lady Tigers defeated UL Lafayette. The whole team, I'm torn. They defeated the UL Lafayette Lady Cajuns 11-4 last Friday, the 28th. And they sweep the season series. Game 1 of a doubleheader versus number 10, South Kakalaki, was postponed due to rain, lightning, but when they got rolling, they were rolling. LSU put on a show with 4 runs in the first and second innings, highlighted by home runs by catcher Macy Bergeron and infielder Tori Edwards, leading to an 11-3 5-inning victory. They had to shut the show down because they was out there getting their brains beat. And number 10, South Carolina. Series opener on Friday night at Tiger Park. Game 2 saw the third-ranked LSU Lady Tigers suffer its first SEC series loss this season after dropping both games in Sunday's doubleheader to the Gamecocks. 5-3 in 8 innings and 4-1 on Sunday at Tiger Park. But then, in Tiger fashion, they bounced back. They're kind of like the Super Saiyans of college baseball. They lose, they bounce back 10 times stronger. LSU went to Lake Charles to take on McNeese, winning 12-2. Then LSU hosted number 24 Alabama Crimson Tide in their third top 25 series at Tiger Park. The Tigers rolled the Tide. See what I did there? 8-0 in 5 innings. After having Game 2 moved to 4 p.m., the Lady Tigers handled business, winning 2-1 to take the series lead, but fell in the series finale 8-5. What are we doing? But the Tigers bounced back, with Coach Torina claiming her 700th victory as they top La Tech 9-1. The Tigers are set to travel to College Station to take on number 3 Texas A&M in their first top 5 series for the weekend. And I'll have that for you next week. I have the results for you that next week because it's going on because it hasn't happened yet. Now, from baseball, we're going to sneak on over to a basketball. Now, the men's season didn't go as well as you would hope it would, but because they said they were going to start allocating more funds and attention to men's basketball so it can get up there. Because we were the only other team other than South Carolina not to make the tourney. That's bad. That's real bad. So, after losing 4 players to the transfer portal, Victorious Miller, Corey Chess, Tyrell Ward, and Mike Williams III, the Tigers began to show their renewed investment into the program by entering the transfer portal themselves. Their first pickup was Michael Nwoku, 6'10", power forward / center from Mississippi State, averaged 6.1 points, 4.6 rebounds. Nwoku is a clear replacement for the departing Corey Chess. Then they didn't stop there. They went and picked up UNLV transfer DJ Thomas. The sophomore was one of the best available point guards in the NBA transfer portal, averaging 15.6 points, 4.7 assists per game as a sophomore. But wait, it gets worse. I'm just playing. But then, Wednesday, the Tigers added Rashad King, 6'6" wing as a junior, averaging 18 points per game at Northeastern, started all 32 games. Then Thursday, the Tigers added 6'6" small forward Max McKinnon, an Australian from Portland. Max McKinnon averaged 14.5 points per game, 4.8 rebounds per game, and 3.2 assists, while shooting 46.7% from the field. The most attractive part of McKinnon's game is the fact that he shot 40.7% from three, which is a massive step up after LSU shot 30.5 from three last season. So it's an upgrade. And currently, LSU is currently ranked as the number one transfer portal class in the country. And Max McKinnon, Matt McMahon is currently reshaping this team with the LSU collective putting the funds back into the team. Like we've been saying, you do it with baseball, you do it with football. Come on, show some love to basketball. You show some love to the ladies' side, now show some love to the men's side. And let's see how the team looks then. Speaking of the ladies' side, shout out to the Lady Tigers. They had a good run, but they fell to the UCLA Bruins, 65-72 in the Elite Eight. The Bruins center, Betts, who is an Amazon. That girl is big. She got into foul trouble early, but that didn't stop them. Oh, no. The turnovers were the Tigers' downfall. They kept turning that ball over again. And Gabrielle Jaquez, sister of Miami Heat player Jaime Jaquez, led the Bruins with 18 points, 8 rebounds, 4 for 5 from 3. But Flau'jae Johnson stepped up from her last game. In this game, she scored 28 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Anissa Morrow had 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. The Lady Tigers had a nice run. Them turnovers killed them, man. The turnovers got them. And, I mean, you can't ask for nothing better than that, man, especially after the season. I was hoping to see them square up against either UConn or South Carolina one more again, but it wasn't to be. But for all y'all cats that was knee-jerk reacting, talking about fire Kim Mulkey, y'all need to go sit down somewhere. Y'all wild. Y'all know exactly who y'all is. They probably listen to the thing going, oh, I ain't said that. Man, yes, you did, bro. You said fire her. Man, y'all need to chill out with that stuff, man. That knee-jerk reacting stuff, man. You know, good and well we wouldn't be half as good as we were if it wasn't for Coach Kemp. Y'all chill out with that stuff, bro. It's going to be all right. But Monday, Samaya Smith entered the transfer portal. So she'll be leaving. Her time here at LSU will be ending. But not Flau'jae Johnson, because homegirl's returning. She'll be returning for her senior year, foregoing the NBA draft. Suck it, NBA. She's coming back. So Flau'jae Johnson will be coming back for a senior season to lead the LSU Lady Tigers to hopefully go on another run and avenge the SEC and NCAA tournament losses. So if anything else happens with the Lady Tigers, you will be the first to know. Connection. But we're not done, or we're done with the LSU portion of the show. We're going to mosey on over back home to New Orleans. 1825, Tulane. We're going to talk a little Tulane football. Yeah. I was going to talk a whole something else, but man, a lot is going on right now, and it's basically centered around the quarterback situation. Okay, we know Darian Mensah got paid the bag by Duke, and he's out of here, gone. He hopped in the portal, make it so, number one, engage. And he's over, took the portal, out to Duke, doing his thing, more power to him. So now we're bringing in a whole new crop of quarterbacks. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, another quarterback competition in Tulane. Sound like Groundhog's Day, huh? Yeah, it gets better. It gets better. Okay. Ooh, snap. I got better hands than some of them Tulane players playing. Don't tell them I said that. Don't tell them I said that. The three new quarterbacks. Caden Samanza from Ball State, Balsahar University. Donovan Leary from Illinois. And, stop me if you heard this name before, TJ Finley, former Louisiana Tiger, former Mississippi State. All three with some experience at the helm, but looking for the opportunity to start and become the guy. Samanza was a starter at Balsahar State, but opted to leave after the coaching staff changed. Leary felt he should have been the starter at Illinois, so he left for greener pastures. The quarterback room has improved from last season, talent-wise and experience-wise. Coach Summerall says there's a healthy competition, but also a close camaraderie and brotherhood between them. Well, that didn't last long because we ended up getting news that TJ Finley, like the leader of said quarterback room, would be stepping away from the team amidst arrest and investigation. And with that, with the competition decreasing, Tulane reportedly went back into the transfer portal, and they are currently in talks with former Florida Gator, Arizona State Sun Devil, and Georgia Bulldog quarterback Jaden Rashada. Rashada is currently the top available quarterback in the transfer portal, though the window will not officially open until April 16th. The Green Wave brought in 3 transfer quarterbacks during the winter, the aforementioned Donovan Leary, Caden Samanza, and the journeyman TJ Finley. Finley was likely the favorite to win the job, but his arrest and suspension from the program last week, a situation which is still being investigated by the program, has complicated things. It seems like it pushed John Summerall to go in and check out all their options. One of the highest rated quarterbacks coming out of high school in the class of 2023, Rashada has initially committed to Miami, but flipped to the Gators amidst reports of a massive NIL offer worth $13 million. Good googly moogly. Rashada left Florida after there was a disparity in what he was promised versus what he was actually paid. He eventually went to Arizona State, threw for just under 500 yards along with, don't know y'all. And after his sophomore season, that caused him to enter the portal again. So, the Tulane Green Wave were looking to add another arm to the room amongst allegations and investigation on TJ Finley. And we'll see where that goes from there. Man, Tulane and these quarterbacks, man, bruh. They're literally a quarterback away from taking the Conference USA, but we'll keep you posted. And that's it for the college situation. That's not it for me or you. When we return, we're going to wind things up with a talk about the Pelicans' future. Diddly-doo, 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 diddly-doo. Here on the Crescent City Connection, IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Yes, sir.
What's up, Wisconsin sports fans? I'm Dan Diehard Bahali, host of the Wisconsin Whistle. Check us out every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. We're talking Green Bay Packers, Milwaukee Brewers, Milwaukee Bucks, Marquette basketball, Wisconsin football and basketball, and all Wisconsin sports. Don't miss us each week, Wednesdays, 6 p.m. on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey sports fans, do you like wine? Well, we've got the show for you. This is Let's Wine About Sports, a show where we talk about wine and sports simultaneously. From the classic Cabernet Sauvignon all the way down to the grapes that you've never even heard of before. Oh yeah, we cover it all. And we'll talk about a little bit of sports as well. Football, hockey, collegiate, women's sports, it doesn't matter. We're going to talk about it all, and we're going to whine about it all. So join me Monday at 8 p.m. on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're back looking to wind things up. But first, giving a shout out to the Wisconsin Whistle and homie Die Hard Dan. And let's whine about sports. Love that name. Love that name. Not a wine person, but I love that name. Let's whine about sports. Check out those shows on isportsradio.com. Your direct feed for all that is sports. And we're going to wind things up here with a little Pels talk. It's been a disappointing season. Duh. No kidding. With Nuggets coach Mike Malone and coach and GM both getting fired. Folks are like, so why is Willie Green still here? Let the season finish first before we go burying people. Chill. It is what it is. But the one bright spot of the season, if any bright spot, we've seen young guys like Keon Brooks get some run. He went 17-8-2 against the Hornets, beating the Hornets. Wow, they beat the Hornets. Woo. Antonio Reeves, rookie second round pick, Antonio Reeves, finally getting some play. Wow, Willie Green, go figure. He went 16-3-2, 6 from 10 from field goals with 4 for 5 from 3. 4 from 5. That was the whole reason we drafted the dude. Not to be outdone, Carlo Makovich scoring double digits in 8 straight games. That's what we wanted. That's what we needed. A big to come in behind Zion and score double digits off the bench? Yeah. Thanks, Willie. It only took you to bench CJ, to shut CJ and Zion down for the rest of the season, and Trey and everybody else to get injured for you to figure out we got to play some of these young dudes. Keon Brooks looking good. Antonio Reeves looking like the whole reason we traded up in the second to go get. Yves Missi, we didn't think he was going to start. Now the dude's starting. I mean, dude, that's why everybody wants you to get fired, bro, because you don't know how to manage no rosters, dude. It's like you're afraid to play young dudes. And now they out here showing out. We saw it last year with Hawk. Everybody's like, why you not playing Hawk? Why you not playing Hawk? The dude dropped 35 on Kyrie and the Mavs. Why you not playing Hawk? You gotta play the defense, and I don't know the defense. Now he got some good upside, but his time will come. We had trouble putting the men. But golly, Sheriff Andy, you asked a lot of questions. Like, bro. Then of course, with Trey Murphy, his rookie season, that man couldn't get on the field if he get on the court if he made it himself. And it wasn't until what? Injuries. Bro, I see why folks want you fired, bro. See, man, sometimes I'm late to the party, but I can admit when I'm late to the party. Willie Green got to go, bro. Man, I don't know who we're going to replace him with, but hey, he got to go, bro. It's like, understand this was his first job, but that dude has not grown any. He has not improved any as a coach. If you are not improving, you're getting worse. So we'll be holding a memorial service for Willie Green soon. And when we do, I'll let you know, because you can watch it here on the Crescent City Connection on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that brings another episode to an end. I appreciate you hanging out with me on this fine Saturday, wherever you may be. Remember to check out all the other shows on IESportsRadio.com. Go and support. And of course, in the comment section here, wherever you're finding the show. You know the best way to make this show help the show grow? Leave comments down below, man. We know how y'all like talking. You know how Louisiana cats like talking. Don't be shy now. And of course, check out my other show, IE Wrestling Show, where we talk about wrestling and a little bit of the pop culture. We have fun. It gets a little heated sometimes, but we have fun. It's all love. You can check me out on the socials, the X, at WhoIsTFizzle. But also on Crescent City _IE on the X. And ladies and gentlemen, you can find this show on Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube, live on X, Facebook, and of course, the Twitch. We're on the Twitch now. And wherever you find your lovely podcast, ladies and gentlemen, continue to tell a friend, tell all your friends. There is a new home for Louisiana sports. It is the Crescent City Connection, hosted by your boy T5. Y'all enjoy the rest of the weekend. Y'all be safe. God bless. Mwah. I love you. Love.